Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Look, I'm on my way to my sister's house for the weekend. I'm excited. Um, I'm gonna be kicking it with the family. I'm getting fucked up, but before we get into that, I want to touch on something. I saw a lady, an older lady who was getting benefits. She also works and she's taking classes. They cut her food stamps to $26, and she has to pay $990, I think, for rent. She doesn't have it. She was very upset. She was crying. She was venting. She was going off. I just came on here to say, baby, pray. Maybe you can't finish school. Maybe you should get another job. And I get it. If you want to go to school, God bless you. I want everybody to go to school. I want everybody to get an education. But you have to prioritize what's most important in life. I see a lot of people saying things about people to get the benefits, but there are some people that really out here need it, and there are some people out here that are taking advantage of it. I can see from any standpoint, no matter what your race, your ethnicity is, if you're getting food stamps and you're getting cash and taxpayers are paying for your insurance, no ma'am, I don't want to see you paying $100 to get your nails done. No ma'am, I don't want to see you paying $300 and $400 to get a wig. No ma'am, I don't want to see you wearing Gucci, heel figure, Chanel. I don't want to see you wearing all of that. But I don't have anything to do with it. It doesn't control me. But I'll say this: if you have kids and you can't work, research. I'm sure there's some organizations out there that can help you. I do plan to do a video on a lady. They call her Saul. She's an African American lady that um, is feeding the community. She has her what I call a pop up shop, her RV, and they have tables and tables and tables and chickens and turkeys and canned goods and bacon and boxes, and they put these boxes together. They're not giving them away, but they're selling them for a reduced rate. So for a person to say, I got $26, I can't buy groceries for $26. You could take $15, because I think that's what her boxes go for. And you can go and get a whole chicken, some canned goods, and some bread, and from her, and still have another $11 left to put in the gas tank, right? So look out there. There are organizations and communities that can help people, and I think we got to start doing research. And it's hey, take your first day and be upset and crying and miserable and mad and cussing and drinking and smoking and doing whatever to get your head right. But then tomorrow, bitch, get up and let's get cracking. Update your resume. Let's get the going. Let's do something. Because at the end of the day, I want to be one of those millionaires that get that $150 trillion. I want to be a recipient, right? For those who got small kids and can't do it, you can't do it. I don't. You got to find some help. I pray for you guys. I don't agree with the shutdown, but I do believe on a bigger note, in order to clean the system, you got to cut the system off and go back to scratch and come up. They will have to identify who right, who wrong, who need it, who don't, and they're going to have to make it better. But understand, if you decide to pack their kids up in a car and go to the grocery store with the intent on stealing items and fighting loss prevention, understand your ass is going to jail and your kids are probably going to child protective services. So you're not taking care of your family handling it that way. So I would hope and pray that people don't resort to that. I don't have any control over it, and I don't wish anybody harm. I'm praying for everybody, but um, we got to do more research. We got to look into the things that people are speaking out. The med beds, for instance, supposedly they're supposed to hit us January 2026. Who's going to have access to it? Have no idea. We was told that we were going to have a Starlink for free. Well, I was a part of the beta program and it was free. As soon as they was done with beta and had everything connected to all of the wireless providers, they decided now you're going to have to pay a fee if you want to be connected to Starlink. People are upset about that. don't be upset, because if it's true what was presented to us when they pass out that $150 trillion and make us millionaires, we can afford the Starlink, right? We can afford a whole bunch of things. And what I'm looking at, or what I'm seeing, based off of everything that we know, is that apparently they don't want to put people that are not interested in helping themselves, they don't want to make them a millionaire. So if you out here beating the system because you got 6 kids, but you keep your nails done, you keep your hair done, you driving a Mercedes, a Rolls Royce, a Maybach, whatever, then yeah, you're gonna have to sacrifice something to be that millionaire. You're gonna have to let all of that shit go, and when the millionaire money come in, then you can get another one. What's up, Jackson? Hey, mama, how are you? Yeah, so I know a lot of times we tend to respond from emotion, but we have got to break away from that, you guys. We gotta start looking into shit, doing homework. We gotta look into it. I am so ready for everything to come out in the open and be exposed. It ain't even funny. I have restocked. If they flip the switch and cut off the power, it's all good. I got candles, lights, we got generators, and I can use my car to charge my phone. Do not get it twisted. No need for me to be upset. I'm going to be able to eat. I'm going to be okay. I pray that others will look into resources so that they can protect their family and they can be okay. Um, for me now, when I see people talking about packing up kids going into the store to steal, y'all asses going to jail. So all of those motels, those empty buildings or whatever that they restructured and modified for the purpose of using them as holding cells or jails or prisons, initially that was brought out to be something for those that didn't drink the Kool-Aid. But when I'm looking at everything now, it seems like y'all finna just start putting people that just upset about, hey, Janice, upset about what's happening. You're going to be putting them in there. So, um, these girls that don't have anybody to help them with the kids and they trying to get a job, they either going to take the kids to the job or they're going to end up leaving the kids at home. And now you got a whole nother problem on your hands. It's going to get scary. And remember what we said years ago. When everything gets ready to come out in the open, homeboy is going to make us hit rock bottom. Rock bottom like a third world country. What's up, sis? Hey, outspoken. Yes, we gonna eat, baby. We gonna eat. But he gonna knock us down. He gonna break us down to the third world. And when they cut them people's food stamps off, I thought, oh my God, here we go. I just keep buying bullets here. Every 2 weeks, I just go buy another box or two of bullets. So I got quite a few bullets, boxes of bullets stacked and packed. So, when they get through rummaging and breaking in and running around in the store stealing, and now you done destroyed the store. So once the police come and everybody get out, now we got the board up the windows and doors, and we got to call the people to come and do repairs, and we got to stop the trucks and bring in food. Now, when the grocery store is not open because it's been destroyed, and they got to do repairs before they can reopen it, where they gonna run up into next? They're gonna start running up into folks' houses, right? Okay, come on. I seen old man Papa Smurf. They said he was up in the house and the boys ran up, and the 3 black boys, and I want to say this was in Illinois, but it may not have been. This happened just a few months ago. Um, the 3 black boys was masked, ran up in his house 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Said shit, homeboy kicked the door open and Papa Smurf went open fire on them, and they returned fire, and they said Papa Smurf hit them boys with 28 pieces of lead, killed all of them. Now the family man want him to go to jail and do all of the things, and the man was in his house, minding his business. He was defending himself, and due to stand your ground law, the old man is cool. But now the families are not happy. So now somebody gonna be mad enough to try to take revenge. So I presume, old man Papa Smurf might better up his security because it might be some payback for that. But I digress. This is what the world is being brought to. And while some people seem to want to say, well, they're trying to kill us off, Well, kill us off or pack us away. Either one, pick one. But the PPP people, they getting hemmed up, jammed up. Some wearing commandos, some going to prison. Your scamming people is getting caught. These ringsters, they getting locked up. Some wearing ankles, some going to prison. The pyramid scheme people, some getting locked up, some wearing ankle monitors. If you go to jail now, you'll be picking. You got that right, Jackson. You got that right. So, I mean, when you look at the food, what's going on with the food, everything is getting real, real scary. Years ago, I learned with Momo. I learned with her. Japan and Tokyo, the UK, those European countries, they don't put stuff in their food like they do over here in our country. So when I say, well, why would they put harmful chemicals in our food to hurt us? Well, shit, how is Big Pharma gonna make money unless your ass is sick? So is the med beds coming in January or not? Who gonna have access to them in January or not? And what does this mean for us? My family, when you start talking about it, they be upset because how we gonna do this? How we gonna do this? Nobody is looking into that $150 trillion that's gonna come our way. Now, this is just a prayer and a hope. I don't know, but I pray and hope that I'm here when he passes it out. I hope that I'm here. Look at the entertainers that got signed up and now ain't got a dime to their name. A lot of them just blew through money. Athletes, entertainers, singers, rappers. Got the money, ain't never had that much money, didn't know what to do with it, and before you know it, it was gone. Listen to me if you don't listen to nothing else. If and when you hit that lottery and you get the millions, I want you to remember you got to pay the three wise men. The I to the R and the goddamn S. And if you look back, I believe it was just about a week ago. Oh boy, about to shut them down. Supposedly, we ain't gonna be having to worry about no more income tax. Well, I'm laughing and I'm celebrating on this side, but on the flip side, at the end of the day, we're gonna have a little extra something on them sales taxes, on them purchases. If you win $1 million, consider it you won 500,000, and that other 500,000, we better slide over to the safe and lock it away so that you can pay your taxes on it. Now that may change later on, but for now, that's what you need to be aware of. When you inherit a lot of money, half that money is not yours, and you need to be subtracting accordingly. Pay all your bills off, get you a nice little house, a nice little car. And I tell you something else that I see the people doing. They can have $40 million and they'll go get a $7 million home and pay. That was my alarm. Hang on. Okay. If I were to get a few $1 million, they're buying $7.5 million homes and paying $10,000 a month. No way in hell. If I'm gonna buy a $7 million home, hell, at least I want to pay $6 million on it, if not seven, and then the next month pay it off. So now you can have a deed to your own house. Look, I was out of some stores and the people shopping. Girl, they shopping. They didn't open up some more money. The people is out here, but everything is come up before it go down. What they say, everything going up must come down. So we'll see. My thing is, keep all your epidemics and your different things like that. Keep that shit in the safe, and let's rock with everything else. Meanwhile, I want y'all to be safe, be prepared, do your research, and we're gonna come back later and talk about Miss Saul, because Miss Saul is the only woman out here on the streets in front of the camera helping to give back to the community. Now, I don't think the food that she gives out is free. I think it's like $15, and for $15 box, you can get a whole chicken. You may even get some hamburger meat. You get bread, some canned goods, and some boxes, and things like that. But that's for $15. Hell, if you go to the grocery store and you gonna get a whole chicken, you probably gonna pay $10 for the chicken. If you ain't got but $15, that chicken and maybe a box of macaroni and cheese is all you gonna get. But with Miss Saul, you're able to actually get a whole meal, and if you play your cards right, you'll be able to feed your family. So I'm gonna do a video on her, but I gotta get my homework and stuff together. Right now, I'm headed to my sister's house, and I'm gonna get fucked up. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later.